Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome into the building. It's Trending Topics Tuesday, and we got a lot to talk about. Before we get into what's on my agenda today for Trending Topics, I want to say this to everybody. I think they said it is day number 8 of our new president being on the throne, so to speak. And so much havoc has happened in just 8 days. And I know that many people um, are getting stressed out. They're getting emotional. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to take in. But I would encourage you to do this. Not encouraging anybody to believe in any particular religion or do something you don't normally do. But if you believe, stay prayed up. Pray when you wake up. Pray sometime in the afternoon. And pray before you go to sleep, at the very least. Because I'm telling you that I think, unfortunately, sometimes you got to shake and rock things up for people to wake up. Now, they love to say, stay woke. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But if you want to know reality, the reality is we're never ready. We always have to get ready. We're behind the 8 ball. And we always miss out and lose out on opportunities. This was coming. The people voted for him. And, for a lot of people, it was a big kiki and a ha-ha. Because they was thinking stimulus checks. That's another thing, too. We're so short-minded. They was thinking stimulus checks. Others was thinking this is going to impact them, not us. And now, in real time, everybody's realizing that it's not just them, it's us too. Because so many things that we enjoy, what we don't understand is that how we're enjoying them is because of some part of some program. We don't even know that. A lot of people don't even know. You're here too because of some type of program, some type of kickback. Because when a kickback happens, it don't say, oh, only these people could come in. It's a kickback. Everybody's invited. Everybody benefits from it. My son called me today when they said something about blocking the federal loans. He's in college and the this and the that and the other. And I told him, calm down. Pray and believe. Because if there's nobody in the school, who the professor going to teach? And 99.9% of your professors don't look like you. I said, no worries, calm down. All is going to be well. Be still, God said. I believe. And he also said you only need mustard seed faith. But at the very best, I at least have mustard seed faith. No matter what storm this regimen brings, pull out your umbrella, put on your rain boots, waterproof your home, put the armor of God up. We will survive. We will survive. And don't let this everyday rhetoric take you down. We will survive. You may have to buckle your seatbelt. It may be a roller coaster ride. It may be some rocky roads and stuff you're going to go through. But I got to tell you this. We will survive. Some people needed something so they could see that the person is who they said they was. It's like a relationship where you broke up with the person for a reason, and then they text you all these sweet nothings, and they get you back in. And you get back in and you like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why I left them in the first place. So for real, we have to stop with these sayings and really wake up. For real, we have to stop with the sayings and really stay ready so we don't have to get ready. And for real, believe that if it keeps trickling down and hurting all these people, the nonsense won't last that long. This too shall pass, but the diva's in the building. The train is pulling out. My prayers are for everyone. Something is happening, but we will survive. We will survive. And we don't have to not enjoy the next 4 years. We got to find a way to find enjoyment, to stay happy, to keep our head up, and know that no matter what, we can still come out victorious. So I'll move on. It's trending topics. It's Tuesday. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, people, because the diva is here. So we got stuff to talk about. Tonight's title is called What a Mess. What a Mess. We got a plus size rapper that she called the Lyft. I'm not a Lyft girl. I'm not an Uber girl. I don't like it. I like old school New York because the cab drivers wasn't just anybody. They had to go through some things before they could drive a cab or a taxi. Now, with this Lyft and Uber, you could literally wake up, be like, you know what, I need some money. I need a part-time job. Nobody's hiring me. I'm going to sign up for Uber or Lyft. And next thing you know, you got the app, you got the tags, and boom, you sign on, I want to work today. And next thing you know, go pick up Diva at that address. Then they come outside and they picking me up. And I don't know if they just finished beating their girlfriend, robbing somebody, eating somebody food that they were supposed to take to them. I don't know. And I'm in their car, letting them drop me off. Now they know my address, they know where I live, and now they dropping me off somewhere. It's a mess. But this Lyft driver, he came to pick girlfriend up, the rapper. Come on, Emma. Be still and know that I am God. Come on. Woo. Be still and know that I am God. I told my son, I'm sorry, I'm backtracking, y'all. Said, calm down. You're at school, have fun, study, and let it be what it is. No matter what happens, we're still going to be well. Sorry, let me get back to this plus size rapper. The car came to pick her up, and the Uber driver said, ooh, soon as she was coming to open the door, he locked the doors. He pressed lock. And he rolled down the window. He said, cancel your ride. She said, what? He said, cancel the ride. She was like, what? He said, you can't fit in this car. She said, yes, I can. He said, no, you can't. My tires can't take it. That's what he said. And he canceled the ride. But not only that, you know what he told her? He said, call and get you an XL card. He said, you need to ask for XL when you call for a ride. I'm trying to tell you what the man said. It's a true story. We're going to talk about it. Then we got the ASAP Rocky trial has started. I guess Lyft is like, how is it a lift if we can't lift you? Oh my God. Ciao, Lisa. Trying to tell you. So, you know, we got ASAP Rocky trial. And so ASAP Rocky, a former friend who said that ASAP Rocky tried to unalive him, he's on the stand. And he talking straight street. And the lawyer is like, that's cross-examining him. He's like, what, huh? He said, I told him you had a pepper. He said, then you better use it. He said, you told him to use it on you? He said, yeah. He said, but if it was a stranger, and the stranger pulled something out, what would you do? Would you have run? He said, yeah, I would have ran. So why did you tell him the street talk? Gosh. Can we ever level up? Sometimes you got to know how to be this person here, that person there, and be yourself maybe when you're around your family and friends. When you go to work, you can't be street talking. When you're in the courtroom, you can't street talk. You got to know. Nobody's ready. That's what have been my title tonight, because nobody's ready. He on the stand, and that lawyer's like, what the heck? And somebody said the other day they thought A$AP Rocky was going to walk free. He just might. He just might. Because you got this one up here talking about, I told him to use it. It wasn't no prop, nothing he said. It's a mess. But you know what? Rihanna is planning, so they say, to come to the courthouse tomorrow. Child, they better have security and all that ready, because, I mean, the fans are going to be out there. Out there she comes. But we'll get into that. A$AP Rocky. We got a lot of trials in this 2025. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now we got to talk about this doctor with the fake Botox scandal. You know, why can't the people just grow old gracefully? What is the big deal? Grow old gracefully. I mean, if you get a wrinkle here and there or on your forehead or whatever, and you get the crows, go old gracefully. But no, they want to get the Botox. So they got the Botox is expensive, I guess. Because these people said he gave it for cheaper. If Botox costs XYZ dollars and 5 doctors are charging $1,000, and then you get this one doctor maybe charging $500, don't some bells go off in your head? Well, how are they charging $1,000 and you charging $500? But then they went to him get the Botox, and then the next day eye drooping, they can't swallow, they can't breathe, they having heart palpitations. They texting him, and he like, nah, you gonna be all right. No, that plan behind me is real. Andy B, that plan is real. They trying to grow. Pray for my plans, but it's real. Yeah. They're like, we can't swallow. I'm going blind. I'm seeing double vision. One client said they got CAT scans, MRIs, trying to find out what was wrong with them. And then finally, the people told them, listen, it's that Botox. You must have got a bad batch. And they talking about because he was cute and nice. Let me tell you something. When you cute, the people let you do almost anything. If you cute, you got money, forget about it. The people will let you do anything. It's ridiculous. You know what? A lot of Diddy got a lot away with a lot of mess because of the money. So you can look like anything and got money, they're gonna let you do whatever. You could be cute and have no money, they're gonna let you do whatever. They was like, oh, he's so nice. He's so nice, but he injected you with poison. And you about to lose an eye, a kidney, a leg, an arm, but you want to say he was nice, and you got the Botox for $300 versus $1,000. You're a whole fool. You're a whole fool. A whole fool. Cheap Botox, but now you can't see. Cheap Botox, but you can't swallow. Cheap Botox, but it gave you a heart attack. Now you disabled, but you don't got no wrinkles on your face. I mean, you just stupid. Just dumb. Listen, I'm over here fighting a good fight to trim down. But I won't be injecting myself, sticking myself. No. Calm down, people. It's not that serious. Listen, guys, I done talked enough. It is Tuesday night. It's trending topics. The title is What a Mess. Come on now. You know I love that saying, Felicia. I appreciate you. Got to be dumb, stupid, or both. You getting $300 Botox, but now you can't see. Can you imagine? $300 Botox. It's cheap for a reason, people. Get your mind right. It's Tuesday night trending topics. We got stuff to talk about. The title's called What a Mess. We got the plus side rapper that said Lyft played her out. ASAP Rocky trial and the fake Botox doctor. Let me bring the people in the building. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Felicia. Hey, Julius.
Hey, y'all. Hit the like button. I'm watching.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Wayne. Hey, Love. Hey, Katrina. Hey, people.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Cat.
That's a prayer play in the background, Diva.
I didn't even know until you said it. Well, come on now. Amen.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Come on, Wayne. The plant whisperer. My neighbor gave that to me, but yes, okay. Honey, she got me covered and I didn't even know it. Look at there. I'm going to tell her when I see it, too. I wonder if she knew. But anyway, guys, let's get into these stories. Let's first go to this Lyft driver. This was messy. When I saw this, I said, child, now she's suing Lyft. But see, that's what Lyft get for having, these, what do you call it? Just anybody driving. Oh, here it is. Okay, I had to find my story. Hold on one second. Okay. So let me, it was there. Hold on, people. My screen is acting slow today. So, staying loading the ad. So plus size rapper who calls herself a BBW sues Lyft driver after he said she couldn't fit in his car. A plus size rapper who describes herself as a BBW, aka Big Beautiful Woman, is suing Lyft after one of the company's drivers allegedly told her she was too large for the ride. Okay, here we go. We got to listen. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dupnack is live in Detroit with the story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Bamlin whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that,
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Look, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe it.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires,
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money if you fit and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, It really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people, you know.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And because these Lyft drivers, their own personal rides, I mean, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying, but when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now. Thanks, Jessica.
Ooh, oh.
The earth moved.
That's pretty much the gist of the story. I'll just give you a little bit more. Is suing Lyft after one of the company's drivers allegedly told her she was too large to ride in his car. Dank DeMoss, who has previously disclosed that she weighs nearly 489 pounds, claims the rejection unfolded earlier this month in Detroit when the Lyft driver rolled up in a Mercedes-Benz sedan and then immediately locked his doors. I can't fit in this car. I can fit in this car, the rapper who goes by DJ Blanding could be heard saying in the video she posted on social media on January 19th. Believe me, you can't, the driver shot back, adding later there was no room in the back and that his tires wouldn't be able to handle the weight. The driver, who identified himself, is now in the now viral clip, was filmed apologizing to DeMoss, but maintaining that he was canceling a ride and telling her she should order an XL vehicle. I've been in this situation before, the driver said before DeMoss responded. She's so every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car. DeMoss, who describes herself on Instagram as paid fat queen, and declared in one post last year that she weighed 554 pounds, slapped Lyft with the lawsuit this week. She later updated fans that she weighs 489 pounds. I've been in cars smaller than that, she told Fox News after the suit was filed. I just want them to know that it hurt my feelings. Meanwhile, her video of the exchange has racked up more than 340,000 views on TikTok as of Tuesday. A Lyft spokesperson told the Post that the company couldn't comment on specific incidents caught up in litigation, but they condemned discrimination. Lyft unequivocally condemns all forms of discrimination. We believe in community where everyone is treated with equal respect and mutual kindness, the spokesperson said. Our community guidelines and terms of service explicitly prohibit harassment or discrimination. Ooh, oh, it's a lot. Savannah, your thoughts?
This is a subject where you have to be very careful, but I looked it up. Lyft drivers in the state of Michigan, I believe this happened in Detroit, correct?
Yes, yep.
Lyft drivers are considered independent contractors and not employees of that company. So although the driver was representing Lyft, he is not legally an employee of said company. So the only way, according to this Michigan statute law that I'm reading, is if they're involved in an accident, if they rideshare driver with passengers is involved in an accident, could they potentially subject the company to damages and litigation? So, and it's different across the country, every state. Um, like California does classify them as employees, Michigan does not. So she might not have a lawsuit here because he's an independent contractor. Therefore, that is his personal property and he has a right to refuse. Um, I think he's correct. She should have asked for an XL vehicle. I'm not sure what type of vehicle it was. I mean, some of these vehicles now are extremely small and uncomfortable. So I don't think, and I just see two lawyers who saw an opportunity to make a quick buck because they immediately played the race card as well. And I don't think this has anything to do with race. I think it may be discrimination on weight, but that's illegal as well. So I'm conflicted on this one, but I don't think she has a lawsuit here. I think this is more for clicks and views.
Thank you. I'm understanding your points. Felicia, your thoughts? Felicia, are you there? Okay, we might have lost Felicia. Love? Does anybody hear me?
I can hear you, Diva.
I can hear you just fine.
Me too.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on for Felicia and Katrina. Wayne, you're up.
Did you say mix it on Diva?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry. Um, I'm. It's a sad thing to say, but I'm with the driver. But because that's like a half a ton sitting in the back of your car, and a Mercedes is not that big in the back. You paying for the car. You're not paying for the inside of the car. But what he should have did was say, well, since I can't fit you in my car, let me call them and see can I get somebody out here that can get you, and I'll stay with you until they pull up. That's what how he should have handled it. He should have said, well, let me call, since my car can't accommodate you, let me call somebody that can accommodate you that you will be comfortable in. Now, all that other stuff that he was saying that, telling her that she ain't gonna fit well, I can understand that part too. But what the situation would be in if he should have said, let me call call them and let them know what's going on because I have the wrong size car. I'm not trying to, embarrass you or say anything about that. I'm just speaking for your safety and my safety. Let me call them and let them know that they need to bring a different type of car, a van or something. And maybe it would have been handled better than that. You see what I'm saying? Because I really, like I said, I'm not body shaming or anything like that, but I really don't think that she would have been comfortable sitting in the back of that Mercedes like that. Because like I said, Mercedes is built for the luxury. The Mercedes is no bigger than a Toyota Camry in the back. So I'm thinking like, and it does, she's back there and them tires and stuff. But what I'm saying is I think he should have told her, let me call somebody else to accommodate you, so for me and your both, for both of our safety. And just make sure that she had a way to get from where she was at, and and stayed there till somebody came. That's showing that I do care, and I'm trying to show you I'm compassionate or something like that. That's what I would have did. But that's just me. But that's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Wayne, your thoughts?
She should be ashamed of herself. Not ashamed for being fat, but ashamed for being inconsiderate. If you knew your tail, a car like that, you're going to squeeze in there. And there's an option for extra large. Why wouldn't she order an extra large? So that's just inconsiderate. talk about I always fit in there. Look how big that woman is. And I'm not shaming big people. Okay, but you big. It's not our fault you big. So that's just ridiculous. She gonna sue the man. She would. It's nowhere in the world. I don't care. Even a truck. She got to climb up in there and squeeze in there. And you're gonna try to squeeze in a little car. You know you big. And there's that option. I'll get a little. You would think she would want to be comfortable. It's no way in the world that woman could be comfortable in a car. And she said, oh, I always said, no, I don't think it's discrimination. That woman could have been red, yellow, black, or green, or whatever. It wouldn't have mattered. The woman was very large. And I thought he handled it fine. You know, what else was he going to do? That vehicle was that man's livelihood. That's his livelihood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he go out there and he picked this woman up, possibly may have a flat, I don't know, or something, just the weight. Now they stuck. Okay. Is she going to pay? No. This man's going to pay. So I think she was inconsiderate, knowing there's an option. Maybe the extra large car was a few dollars extra. But you want to take your ass and tear somebody else's car up. How many of y'all got a car and would have a person that big and you toting them around? I'm talking about a car. I'm not talking about a van or a truck. How many of y'all gonna take her to the store? And when it comes time to get your service, you get your car service, and they tell you, well, your suspension is gone. Okay? You don't think about all that. So who gonna pay? You gonna pay. So just think about that when you got somebody that's that big and they need you to tow them around. So let me know how many of y'all gonna take them. So yeah, that was just inconsiderate. I don't feel sorry for it at all. Not at all.
Tay, your thoughts?
Well, hello everybody. Well, Diva, I'll go agree with everybody on this right here. I agree with Katrina and Wayne on this right here. That's all I gotta say, Diva. That's it.
All right, thank you. Somebody made a good point in the chat when
Diva,
you go out to fly. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped you, Julius.
Yeah, the thing rotated.
Oh, thank you, babe. Go ahead. Yes.
Now we know it was a BMW, correct? Or a Mercedes, one of them? The vehicle? Something like that, in that realm. Now we know those are meant to be more luxurious. Not really meant for comfort. But like Katrina said, that driver could have said, well, let me on your behalf request an XL car and stay with you until it gets here. That would have been the courteous thing to do, even though he didn't have to do that. She got
Can you request a car for somebody?
I think you can.
I don't think you can, because I do believe the XLs are more money. I think she would have had to request it herself.
But she got disrespectful with him, though.
Can I read something about Lyft?
Yeah.
Let me just read this real quick. I looked this up. If you're an overweight passenger, you may want to consider the following: requesting a larger vehicle. Lyft offers various ride types, including Lyft XL, which can accommodate more passengers and potentially provide more space. Contacting Lyft support.
Well, there it is.
Contacting Lyft support. If you have specific needs or concerns, you can reach out to Lyft support team for assistance. Keep in mind that Lyft's policies and availability may vary depending on your location and a specific ride.
Well.
Black and white. And well, about the airplane, like someone said in the comment, well, I think you have to request like 2 seats, like Sheila had to do in Why Did I Get Married, and Mike made her drive up that mountain.
Yeah. Woo, woo. Well, we're going to see. And somebody, I think, put in the chat, I guess they were saying that maybe she was on a reality show before. And maybe she just wanted to probably have a viral moment. Because she's talking about, I could fit in there, you refusing me. And
Hold on, she's on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah,
I thought she was Tokyo Tony for a minute from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
And maybe she just wanted to have a viral moment. I don't know. It's messy. But all I can say is that, I wish her well. I wish her well. But, everybody wants to film, and he was giving his honest opinion. And like somebody on the panel said, or maybe it was in the chat, he's trying to make some extra money for his family. And if they don't pay for maintenance on your car, that's wear and tear and stuff. You got to pay for your car out of those funds that you're making. So we're going to go ahead and roll right into the next story. So A$AP Rocky's ex-friend took the stand. He might still be on the stand tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it was a mess. Let's get into this story. So A$AP Rocky assault trial, you better use that S. A$AP Rocky testifies about the Pow Pow standoff that they had. So let's take a listen.
If someone said that the defendant was known to carry a prop gun or fake guns, would that have been knowledge that you personally had?
No, you don't carry fake guns. Prop guns?
Yes.
No.
You never knew him to carry a prop?
No.
Did you ever know him to have any guns? And I don't mean, now I want to kind of broaden it. So not that he would carry in public, but guns that he would have either at his house or anywhere else?
Not to my knowledge. I never physically seen any guns on Rocky.
Okay. What was the first thing that you saw him do with the gun?
Oh, he pointed at me. And then that's when Elijah was like in between, and he's like, I'll kill you right now, pussy, or like whatever. Like, just was, and then I'm right behind Elijah, and I'm saying, if you brought a gun, use it then. Like, the fuck you brought a gun for, pussy? That's the words I was saying to him. Everything was happening so fast. So fast. You know what I mean?
And from what you're describing, was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving. He had it up.
Okay, so he didn't just hold it at your stomach. It was kind of...
No, he was looking for a spot to shoot.
Okay.
If Elijah wasn't there, I don't know what would happen.
And you said as he was pointing it at you, what did he say?
I'll kill you right now.
So what did you say back to him?
I told him to use it.
Why did you?
Because mentally, like, I couldn't believe he just pulled the gun out on me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you better use that shit. What you got a gun for?
Can you explain? I want as best you can to the jury. Explain to them what you mean by I can't believe you just pulled a gun on me. What is that? What do you mean by that?
Like, I physically cannot believe there was a gun in my face. Like, that was the breaking point for me. Because like what I said, I told this kid numerous times, if you have a problem with me, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like this got to the max. Like, this was like no return. So if I was willing to die for my respect at this point, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity.
So if a stranger had pulled a gun on you the same way that he did, how do you think you'd feel?
Oh, I would try to run. Or try to, like, if a regular person pulled a gun out on me,
yes,
I'd probably be dead. I don't know. I'd probably run, probably get shot.
Do you think you'd respond the same way and say, shoot me?
No. Stranger? No.
You think you'd be scared in that scenario?
The only reason why I said that is because I know Rocky. I know him. You know what I mean? So I felt at the moment that was the right thing to do. Especially, it goes back to Mr. 6-month man. I'm not gonna let you feel like you come around and do what the fuck you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to pull a gun out on me. It's not happening. I mean, you already did, but I'm gonna let you know in front of your two little minions you brought with you that, because I'm pretty sure they would have ran back to this crib and told everybody else, oh, I just pulled a gun on Relly or did this. Like, no, if they're gonna go back to his house, they're gonna say, Relly stood up for himself.
So this is about you not looking like a punk. So ASAP Rocky, alleged victim, the former friend, says he couldn't believe Rocky would pull a pow on him, and he boldly dared him to pull the trigger. ASAP really took this to stand Tuesday in the rapper's assault trial and recounted the moment he first saw the pow Rocky allegedly pulled on him during their heated 2021 argument. Relly, whose government name is Terrell Efron, told the jury it all unfolded very quickly. And upon seeing the pow, he blurted out, "You better use that S. What the F? You got a G for?" He testified, "I was willing to die for my respect. If this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity." He says the day before the alleged powing, he was present for a phone call between Rocky and ASAP Bari, where Rocky talked crap about him with Bari, and his friendship with Rocky, which started in high school, had deteriorated. I'm not going to show that video. The next day, Relly claims Rocky started blowing up his phone while he was asleep, which was unusual because he claims Rocky rarely reached out to him, and he woke up to FaceTime from Rocky. Relly claims Rocky had texted him, "Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls," while he was asleep, which he interpreted as Rocky wanting beef. He claims Rocky asked him where he was, made him show the Hollywood hotel where he was staying, and showed up shortly with two goons by his side. While they argue, he says Rocky pulled the pow from his waistband, and then he pulled the trigger with a bullet grazing Raleigh's knuckles. As for Rocky's attorney, claiming the pow was a movie prop and could not fire the ammo found on the scene, Raleigh testified he's never seen Rocky with a prop pow or any, pow for that matter prior to that day. Court ended for the day with Raleigh still on the stand, so expect more testimony Wednesday morning when, as TMZ first reported, Rihanna, Rocky's partner, and mother of his two kids will be seated in the gallery to support her man. Rocky is charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic pow and is facing a maximum of 24 years in prison if convicted. He pleaded not guilty and has already rejected a plea deal. His lawyer has called Relly's allegations bogus, claiming Relly is trying to extort Rocky. The trial's been pretty interesting so far. There was testimony from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica Jane's son, an LAPD officer who arrived at the scene. Oh, this is messy. Savannah, your thoughts?
This is just tragedy. It is absolutely tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a young man who was given an opportunity to change his life, change his community, reach back and lift others up, and actually be an example for his 2 young boys. Not only that, but his wife is an actual certified billionaire. Rihanna did it on her own. She is a whole full brand, and the damage that he's doing to her brand because he continues with this hood mentality. I never understood how those two got together. They're just not. I don't get why they have this romance. I understand still that they were friends, but to be to the point that they're forming a family, I just think he's a hindrance and a detriment to her. I think her being in court is going to do more damage than good. She'll be a distraction. And And I think that he needs to be taught a lesson, honestly. But I do believe he's going to get off because he has some deep pockets, or she has a big purse, and that's all I got to.
Julius, your thoughts?
I know she's standing by her man.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. But I think it's not gonna be good for her brand. I understand that she has 2 kids with him, and so she wants to show her children that she does love their father, but he makes their household with all his activities a hotspot, and that's gonna end up damaging her brand. And she has to think of her babies. The best solution, she needs to think for her babies.
Yeah, it's tough because now she's connected to him for life because that is her baby's father. Thank you, Julius. Tay, you're up.
If I was Brianna, I would leave him in the street where he belong at. Because you destroy my brand. Because you bring the pow pow in the house with our children. And tell that diva, remember we talked about this with Julie Mine and her ex-husband. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, if I was her, I would leave him from the street because he belonged to the street. Leave him right there where he at. Forever. Yeah, you may visit our kids, but you ain't gonna bring the pow pow next to them. They deserve a better life. Brianna, you deserve better than this right here because he destroyed your brand. You deserve better than that, Brianna. That's all, Diva.
Thank you, Katrina.
He's not destroying her brand. She knew exactly what he was when she got with him.
Oh my
She's
God.
not laying down in a bed with a man not knowing what he's doing. Rihanna always wanted to be gangster. So you can't keep putting that on ASAP because Rihanna always wanted to be out there, wanted to be gangster, wanted to be doing this. You was with a billionaire. So if you didn't want to live that life that you was living, you could have stayed with the billionaire. But we don't know what happened with that because she don't like to keep her whole body covered because you know over there you have to have your body covered up. And she knew exactly what type of guy ASAP Rocky was. So I'm not holding nothing against him. She laid down with him. She knew what she had, and most of the times, the spouse that you sleep with is the ones that you want to be like. She always wanted to be gangster. So I'm not putting all that on ASAP Rocky. And the thing with ASAP Rocky, you did wrong, and your friend. And I'm trying to figure out why would you hold the pow pow and you got 2 people with you. That's a little funny that point to me. Funny that point to me too. And you got grazed on the knuckles, which was an assault. I get that. But we have seen people walk with less crimes on them than this. So if he get locked up, I'll be totally shocked. I'll be totally shocked. Maybe they want to make an example out of him, but I'll be totally shocked because Rihanna coming into that courthouse, and why they got to announce that she's coming into the courthouse? Why they just didn't let her show up to support him? You see what I'm saying? It's all a facade. I don't fall for none of it. And like I said, the guy he talking about, go ahead, I'm ready to lay down my life for my whatever, my dignity. Okay, how stupid are you? You only get one life. You can make up the dignity later on in life. These people are crazy and stupid. And,
Ooh.
and you know I'm just saying it's crazy and stupid, but like I said, she who she lay down with. Rihanna don't get no pass. Yeah, you a billionaire. You a billionaire. You went out there, you did business and whatsoever. But you knew who he was when you had kids with him. And obviously she must still wants to be with him because they're not married. She can always walk away. We see all of them. We see a lot of celebrities not staying together. She want to stay with him because she love him. So that's all I see. That's all I got, Dee.
Thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, DV, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I don't even know who the man is. I heard y'all say on there. I don't even follow.
Okay, we'll roll right into this last story. And you know, this obsession with holding on to youth is crazy, right? It's an obsession with trying to hold on to your youth. Well, it costs this doctor. Everybody, I don't know what everybody is with the scamming. And if you smart enough to come up with a scam, I'm thinking you should be smart enough to do something that's legal and right. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Is this where I wanted to show? Hold on one second. I want to make sure. Oh no. I think I got another video to show first. Let me pause this. Hold on. Let me stop that screen. There we go.
New York City esthetician Joey Grant Luther faces multiple felony charges after prosecutors say he knowingly and without a license injected clients with counterfeit Botox from China, making some of them sick. Luther's medical spa, JGL Aesthetics, flaunted luxury self-care and offered facials and body sculpting on its website. But inside, prosecutors say, the clients were offered a different menu of services on an iPad, including a category called injectables. Luther assured clients he was using products purchased from Allergan, an American company that manufactures Botox, according to officials. But according to a complaint filed in the Southern District of New York and unsealed on Wednesday, Luther was ordering counterfeit Botox from suppliers based in China and Hong Kong. Prosecutors say one patient who paid $463 for an injection was diagnosed with botulism, a rare but serious disease that attacks the nervous system and can cause paralysis. After another client messaged Luther, they went to the ER for double vision. Luther replied, "It's rare with Botox," and assured the patient the Botox was not counterfeit, the complaint says. Adding that 3 days later, Luther texted his Chinese-based supplier saying, "That lot number is contaminated that I bought from you. It's on the news here." On Monday, Luther was arrested and charged with wire fraud, smuggling, and holding counterfeit drugs for sale and for dispensing. Luther and his attorney did not respond to NBC News' request for comment.
The counterfeit products that have been used had 150 units, which is something that's not even made. So right there, you would know that it was fake.
Dr. Lance Brown is a board-certified dermatologist and clinical assistant professor of dermatology at NYU. He says the number one thing patients can do to stay safe is to check that their provider is licensed.
It's very important to make sure that you check the credentials of anybody you go see before going to get these injections.
And to seek medical care if you experience these symptoms.
Blurred or double vision, difficulty swallowing, dry mouth, keeping your head or neck up in position. These are all signs that could show that you've been injected with the counterfeit or fake product.
And with that, Rahema Ellis joins us now in studio. So Rahema, explain to our viewers, what did Luther do after he realized the Botox he was using was making his patients sick?
It is an interesting story, Tom. According to prosecutors, Luther continued to purchase and inject the counterfeit Botox even after he learned that the clients had fallen ill or experienced strange symptoms. Luther faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted on his top charge. He was released on a $100,000 bond and has a preliminary hearing set for February 12th.
Okay, Rahema, we thank you for that.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking.
Botox, the fake Botox. I'll give a little bit more to the story and then we'll go around and talk about it. Hold on one second. These people were foolish to me, though. Like it's like if it's too cheap to be true, too good to be true, it's probably something wrong. So New York esthetician Joey Grant Luther's cheap prices raised eyebrows as specialists busted for allegedly injecting clients with fake Botox from China. Who do you trust these days? They're so ugly, outraged, disgusted, and profoundly horrified, they're almost frowning. Frozen faces are freaking out over the arrest of esthetician Joey Grant Luther, who has been accused of injecting the people with counterfeit Botox from China, causing them to experience symptoms like difficulty swallowing, heart palpitations, and slurring of speech, according to court docs. One tort-faced former client tells us they allegedly got double vision after getting jabbed by Luther and spent thousands on CAT scans as well as MRIs and specialists to try to get to the bottom of the problem. The issue eventually went away, and the client even went back to Luther. I mean, come on, you have got to be a fool. Luther, the source says, then disappeared. Wait, did I skip a piece? No, yeah, went away. Okay. Luther, the source says, then disappeared. I kept texting him and never heard back from him, says the source. I liked him and I thought he was nice. I'm pissed. Who do you trust these days? Another client tells us the scandal is rocking the gay community, which was at the heart of Luther's customer base, they said. So these are text messages. Victim 1, on April 1, 2024, hey there, I hope you are well. One of my eyelids are drooping and I wonder what I should do. I'm in Spain. Thank you. He responds the next day at night. Hey, good morning. We didn't go low on the bras, only enough to minimize that crease. You're at the 2-week mark, so everything has just kicked in, but those weaker bra muscles should start to rebound since we didn't inject them directly. Victim 3, on the 6th, I'm worried that the Botox likely struck a bad line somehow because it's basically lowered they put kids, but they meant lids, their eyelids. I have also started having a hard time swallowing. I have headaches, and it's hard to lift my head when I'm laying down. Have you heard of this reaction? Maybe it's relaxed a line of nerves somehow or other muscles. He responds to him, hey, sorry you're going through all of that. The Botox shouldn't cause any of those side effects. It was all absorbed by muscles very quickly. The lid should, and we don't see the rest of that. On 4/7, this is victim 4. Hey, guys, FYI, I got a lazy eye for a month now. Had an MRI, a million tests from the doctor. They think it could be from the Botox, so it happens sometimes. Has anyone else had this that you know of? Thanks, XOXO. If it's Botox that is better than anything else, it could be. Let me know if anyone else has complained of this. Thanks. Hi, Joey here. Sorry to hear your eyelid got a little weak. It does happen occasionally with Botox. We haven't had any issues. I think it may have gotten too low and weakened the bra, but it should rebound quickly. Keep me updated. XO. This is what he's writing to his patients. He was charming and nice, seemed normal, says the second former client. Everyone is totally shocked. We are told part of Luther's appeal was his prices. It was cheap, considering, says the second source, he would do $300 for one area, but if you are going to a top person, it's way more than that. While Luther was an esthetician and could perform procedures like laser and facials, he was allegedly not allowed to administer Botox because he did not have the proper license, according to the complaint. As one top injector explained bluntly to page 6, he's not a doctor. He's just some guy. Luther, 54, was busted by the feds this week, the Post reported, and charged with wire fraud, smuggling, and other crimes related to misbranded and counterfeit drugs. He allegedly used the prescription medicine he knew was counterfeit on clients at his medical spa, JGL Aesthetics, and treated them with the without the proper New York license, prosecutors said. According to the release put out by the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York, one victim was diagnosed with botulism toxin after going to the hospital for double vision, lightheadedness, difficulty swallowing and chewing, heart palpitations, and slurring of speech, as well as being unable to lift her arms and experiencing weakness from the waist up. Luther was released Wednesday on a $100,000 bail secured by his second home in Miami. A U.S. magistrate ordered Luther's release on the condition that he surrendered his existing aesthetics license, which already barred from him from administering Botox treatments, and put up the Florida home as collateral. He had no comment when asked about the charges on his way out of court, and his next court date was scheduled for early February. Luther could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted on the top charge by the feds. Well, his Botox got him in trouble. Savannah, your thoughts?
I think this falls on the consumer, Diva, for not doing their research and due diligence before you trust anyone for doing something as far as injecting you with, isn't Botox a poison to begin with?
Yeah, it is.
And so you're injecting your face in areas where you can become permanently damaged, and you keep texting this medical professional in air quotes, and you still haven't gone out and gotten a second opinion or additional care, but you continue to trust his word because he said it over a text message. I think this falls on the consumer for not doing their due diligence and their research. I see these, and I blame like social media and the use of filters. These housewives, how they're looking more and more fake and plastic, and it's just not natural anymore. And there's nothing wrong with getting a touch up here and there. I've had plastic surgery myself, but I've done my research on the doctors. I even want to know who else is in here with them. So there has to be some accountability when it comes these. And then if a regular price is 1,000 or 1,200, and you're getting it for a fraction of the price, that'll automatically should sound the alarm. So there's a lot of accountability on the consumer here that they really need to take that responsibility. I mean, of course, he needed to be caught and face legal action, but this is on the consumer.
Yeah, it's a mixture, but he was messy too. Like he was a liar, and he was doing stuff that he doesn't legally have the right to do. Julius, your thoughts?
So it's a two-way sword for me. Half of it is on the consumer, and half of it is on this, what is it, dermatologist, whatever his name is. The consumer should have, and I agree with Savannah tenfold. They should have did their background checks. They should have dotted their hands and Q's. Cause listen, even people who go to the hair salons now, they have to see some work. They have to see some silk presses. They have to see reviews. They do major background research on hairstylists before they even let them touch their hair. And it wasn't a thing for a while, but now they're going back to doing client consultations, which which they shouldn't stop doing in the first place. But when a stylist tells a potential client, "Oh, I don't do client consultations," that's a major red flag. And so the fact that this guy knew that this Botox chemical was a problem, and he continued to use it, he's asking for his karma, and I hope he gets thrown in jail. Cause I hope Diva. I don't know if it was said in the article. None of the folks are unalived. Is that correct?
He's fortunate. No, nobody did.
Okay, so that's a good thing. That's the only good thing in his benefit.
Yeah, you already telling the truth.
But he deserves to get thrown under the jail. My thought on that still stands, and I want to tell anybody, as someone who is certified in cosmetology, if you can't even just see one picture of their work, and if they don't even want to do a quick client consultation, that is a problem, and that is a red flag.
Thank you, Julius. Tay, your thoughts?
I wouldn't trust this guy do it for me. One, you don't have no license. Two, you're not professional.
Mm.
Three, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh my gosh.
You might as well go back to school, my guy, and study. Became a Botox doctor. Or just ask advice from your what you call it, your peers, the ones knowing how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Before you came. No, no, I agree with the I agree with Julius. He didn't go to jail because I wouldn't trust him do it. And tell that diva, I don't need that Botox anyway. I brace my what you call my wrinkles when I get older.
Okay, now Tay.
Because like Christine Alvaro, you know who I'm talking about, the singer. She said we are beautiful no matter what they said. Words cannot take you down.
Oh, come on, okay.
It tell that we already see what the celebrities like Pay LaBelle and Reba, Laura Rishi, all of them who got Botox that we saw, and they look like they did not age at all because they have Botox. I don't need no Botox because Botox is bad for your health. It's not good for you. It's not good at all. It probably will mess up your head, your brain, your blood, everything. And like I said, you might as well get do your research, my guy. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts?
My thoughts is you get what you pay for. How
Yeah.
many times these people have went overseas to get these cosmetic surgeries and haven't made it back, woke up kidney missing and organs gone, but you going to get a cheaper deal. Then you got the tooth veneer, well, the tooth fairy, which is the tooth veneer, putting teeth on people without being a dentist. And then he was also offering classes to these idiots that signed up for the class that paid $3,000 to be a veneer fairy. Now, you putting stuff on these people's teeth that cause these people to have allergic reactions. Some of them couldn't get it off, and some of them broke. But you know for a fact you paying $1,200 for some veneers when them things is $30,000, and you think you getting the right stuff, and you sitting your tail in the chair, then you on live hollering talking about this your teeth hurting, you got to come off, they got to come off. Well, who told you to sit in that chair? Because you know, can see if you paying $1,200 to $3,000 for some veneers when they normally $30,000, something is not right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they do it all the time. They go to Miami, and there's nothing wrong with getting plastic surgery if that's what you want to do. If that's what I mean, you want, if you got the means to do it, and that's what you want to do to yourself. But my thing is, go to the gym, eat right, drink water, moisturize, vitamin E, collagen. Maybe try those first and see what happens. I know sometimes, going to the gym doesn't get everybody the exact things they want to get, but it takes a little time and it takes a little patience. I'd rather have my life than laying on the table and not waking back up. It's a big risk. It's a big risk. It's a big money thing. And these doctors don't care about you because you come down to Miami, you fly back home, you ain't had a blood clot, you gone. You ain't left your kids. You go to Dominican Republic, can't make it back because something had happened. You can't get back home. It's ridiculous. And if you're gonna go to one, make sure you do your research on these people, because half the time these people be like, when they be offering these low prices, they actually be in clinicals, and they're doing their job, trying out these procedures on you to get their certification. So you just got to be careful and be aware of where you're going, who you're going to, and what are you getting done, because like I said, they don't care, they just want the money. Once
Yeah.
they got the money, it's all well and good. They can say, well, you signed this waiver and this is what happened. And Botox is actually good if you have migraines. They're good for if you got migraines and stuff like that. But you can do whatever you want to with your body on the outside, but that inside gonna tell it. That age gonna tell it, because you're gonna start getting the ache, the arthritis, and everything. So you can work the outside, but that age still gonna be there. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. Wayne, you're up.
Yeah, I want to start off by juxtaposing these two situations. Okay, now I think this man should be behind bars, and he only got what was $100,000 a bond or whatever. I think you pay about 10% of that, right?
Yeah.
And
he had to put up that Miami house.
Huh?
He had to put up that Miami house.
Right. So, and I'm inclined to kind of believe that he's really a danger to society. You know, he's out and may get some more clients and or whatever. Because people, the crooked, they always think they can get away with it. Okay, but he got $100,000 bond. Okay, he could possibly go out, like I said, and do work on some more people. Well, did he behind bars? But if he got out, he could possibly contact some more people. But he behind bars. Okay, so different strokes for different folks. One is a minister to, I think, to society, and he's out on the street to still be able to do stuff. Diddy's a minister to society, and he behind bars. Back to this doctor. Y'all can say what y'all want. And this man, people say, oh, you need to investigate the doctor and stuff like that. You know what you're probably going to find? A whole lot of satisfied customers.
Oh, my gosh.
That man looked like he living the life. He was on the back of that nice boat. He looked very youthful. So he got some satisfied customers. So they're going to hear that stuff from, good satisfied customers. I know people should check on stuff, but how many times you got to go to a doctor for something? And you got to, well, I'm going to double check. I'm not saying don't get second opinions, but how many of us say, okay, they say, well, we need to get this done. Well, let me shop around. Let me shop around, see if I could, if it's going to be cheap or whatever. And these people, he may have used those products from China. And I'm not saying he should, but this man wasn't even licensed. But he got a whole lot of satisfied customers. So I'm not going to fault these people who, it was a discount. Yeah, but they probably saw a whole lot of satisfied customers. And didn't think properly. And like the lady said, hey, hi there, how are you? And like you said at the beginning, people look halfway decent and stuff, real polite and stuff. That goes a long ways.
It does.
If people treat you like, and they trust you a lot, I was to show you how people trust people. I was at the casino in Vegas. And I was playing, I was talking to this lady, she's about 90 years old, stuff like that, and she was playing and stuff like that, didn't know how to play the machine anyway she did. She won. And she had a ticket for about $700 something. Now, I didn't know this one from Adam House Cat. She said, could you go cash this in for me? I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, how does she know I ain't gonna take this money and just keep on going?
Right.
But at the same time, I felt kind of honored that I carried myself in a way that she could trust me, And she said, "Oh, I trust you," I'm like, "Oh my God!" I went and cashed that ticket, came right back and gave it to the penny. I couldn't believe it, But she trusted me, so that's what people do, Unfortunately, people trust you. You carry yourself in a way, and they get you.
Yeah.
But I think he had a whole lot of satisfied customers. And that's why people wasn't running to check up on him. And it took for the when he contacted the people in China, he says, hey, you said this is some bad stuff. That same lot number is what they're talking about. So if he's been doing this a while, it must have been a whole bunch of other lots that didn't have any problem with it.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too, Wayne. And then unfortunately the bubble bust and he got that bad lot.
Yeah, but he really, like you said, he shouldn't be doing it because he's not licensed for it.
Right.
Now, if he was licensed for it, maybe I don't know, but he ain't licensed for it.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
But I know a lot of estheticians give Botox and
but
fillers.
you don't know what their license says.
Okay, because I know he said he's an esthetician. But okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're fine, but you don't know what the license says. I mean, I'm sure there's probably different levels of license depending upon what classes you take and what certifications you get. But he wasn't licensed. But besides that, if the average thing costs XYZ dollars and they saying you get it for $300, it's a mess. It's a mess. And I mean, they was seeing.
But the one that went back, that's the one that gets me. Like Wayne said, they trustworthy. They trusted him because she went back after her eyes was drooping, or she was seeing double.
That part and spent all that money on CAT scans, MRIs, got better, and then you went back
to the man, the same thing.
It's just crazy. But listen, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. I pulled the train out late tonight, but we had a nice show. What a mess. We're going to see the circus that happens tomorrow. If Rihanna does show up for A$AP Rocky's trial, the plus size rapper, for the most part, everybody's saying she should have ordered the proper size car. They think she was being messy. And this fake doctor, I think hands down, he was dead wrong. So listen, guys. Y'all know the routine. If y'all didn't hit that like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.
Do that.